what's up, y'all? This your big brother, Big Mike, checking in, Real Talk TV. Hope you guys are having a blessed day, and thank you for watching the video. Much appreciated. Shout out and much love to each and every one of my subscribers, man. You guys who rock with the content. Peace and blessings. All right. So without further ado, you guys, let's get into the topic. I want to have a conversation with my beloved Black community, my beloved Black people. You know what I'm saying? And particularly, this is a conversation I feel like needs to be had with the younger generation. Those of you guys who are willing to listen. All right. As a lot of you guys do not have father figures, a lot of you guys do not have big brother figures. Hence, that's why I'm here, right? So, and this is also a lesson I had to learn myself. So, I am not somebody who is foreign to this training or this teaching I'm going to give you guys, or word of advice rather. I'm not someone who's foreign to it. I've had to have it myself when I was younger and a knucklehead and stuff like that. But being that I know better now, being that I'm a lot older, a lot wiser, I would like to believe, I feel like a lot of this needs to be injected into the youth, man. So I'm just gonna put this out there real quick, all right? You know, when it comes to the hood mentality, and when I say hood mentality, this is not something I am generalizing towards all Black people, okay? So let's be clear on that. I'm talking about those of us who understand that culture, those of us who came up in that culture, those of us who understand that vernacular, all right, stuff like that. Because not all Black people came up in the hood, all right? So that, you know, let's be clear about that. But those of us who have, like myself, for example, who had to learn that in order to maneuver out here in the real world, man, you got to know when to shut that hood mentality off. You know, you got to know how to shut that switch off. You know, and I feel like a lot of us as Black people don't understand that. You know, we feel like we can take that hood mentality everywhere we go, and it's okay. People are supposed to bow down to our way of being, and that's not how the world works. You have to submit to the ways of the world. The world is not going to submit to your ways, all right? When it comes to the hood mentality, you know, talking loud, being belligerent, using the N-word and throwing the N-word around like crazy, you know, sagging your pants, you know, wearing your pants half off your ass and stuff like that, wearing all this color weave and just not knowing how to act. You know, we all know what that looks like. That's not going to get you access in the real world, man. You're not going to go very far with that mentality. You have to know how to act when you know, out here in public. You have to have some decorum. And a lot of the youth, man, the young Black youth, I mean, just watch what's on YouTube nowadays. Just look at these clips, man. This stuff don't lie. Cameras don't lie. You know, and unfortunately, again, a lot of us as Black people, not everyone, but a lot of us as Black people that come from the hood, especially those of us who may have had absent parents, man, you are missing something. You have a void inside of you. I understand you may be angry and stuff like that, but let me tell you something. That's no excuse for you to go out here in the real world, man, and act a fool thinking that everyone's going to feel sorry for you, because the world does not have any sympathy for you. Period. The world does not care about how you came up. The world does not care about your circumstances growing up. The world doesn't care about your father being absent, your mother being absent. When you get out here in the world, you have to know how to act accordingly. Now, it's a challenge when you coming out here in the real world, you know, into your own, and you have all these emotions that you never dealt with. It's hard. I get it, because I was once that person. Tell you guys a story about myself. When I was younger, first coming into the military, I had to learn real quick. I had to get rid of that hood mentality if I was going to last. I had someone actually come up to me and tell me that. I had a chief when I first was coming in the military, brand new, only been in 3 or 4 months. I had a chief that literally chewed me a new one, chewed me out because of my interaction with someone else, and I had that hood mentality come out of me, and I said some things I should not have said, and he told me right then and there, like not long after, man, like, you're not gonna last with that mentality. You keep that up. And it wasn't playing. I was gonna end up right back where I started, right back to the hood where I came from. Let me tell you something. You go out here in the real world, acting a fool, taking a hood mentality with you, they have no problem sending you right back to where you came from. The world has no issue with that at all. They'll send you right back to that rat hole you came from. It's okay to coke and joke and hang out with the boys or hang out with your girls and let it all out. You know what I'm saying? Use your hometown vernacular, the street vernacular when you with those people who understand that language, people who you can speak that language with. But when you go out here in the real world, man, you cannot act a fool and thinking that you're going to get access. It does not work like that. You have to follow the rules of society. Now, it's not about selling out. It's not about being a square. It's not about acting white, as some black people say that to people who actually know how to speak proper English. I mean, that's something that we got to get rid of, man. That loser mentality, that hood mentality. You know, a lot of black folks who actually use proper grammar are oftentimes told that they speak white. Like, that does not make any sense at all. Because someone knows how to speak properly, that means that they're acting white or talking white. See, this is the mentality that we have been conditioned to have, man. Our parents, you know, in the hood had a loser mentality. A lot of them did. Let's be honest here. It's real talk. A lot of parents had loser mentalities, which was passed on to their children who had loser mentalities, hood mentalities. And they go out here in the world and thinking that, you know, it's all going to go according to how they want it to go. And it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, man. As a people, as black people, and I'm not trying to be no preacher or nothing like that here, man, but like, for real, that's something I had to learn. That's something that I am urging you young black people to take heed to. You got to know how to act, man, when you go out here in the real world. I mean, this world does not care about your emotions. This world will chew you up, spit you out, and like I said, right back to where you came from. You got to know how to act, man. That hood mentality is conducive to the hood. When you in the hood, you with the fellas, you with the boys, you with your people who understand that, you know, that jargon, cool. When I go back to my old hometown every now and again, I know who I can speak that way with. I talk to my boys that, you know, still that I kept ties to, you know, from when I was coming up, a few of them. Yeah, we talk all of that, you know, that homeboy stuff when we together. But when I come back to work, I gotta leave that at the door. I can't bring that into work. And a lot of times, man, if you notice, the people who do not know how to detach from that mentality, they work jobs where you can have that mentality. Fast food restaurants in your 30s and 40s. Fast food will tolerate that. Corporate America ain't tolerating that. The military ain't tolerating that, not if you want to go far. Any job that's worth anything is not going to tolerate that. And we think it's the white man holding us down. That's not true. We holding ourselves back. We as a community are holding each other back. We hate to see another black person excel. Not everyone, again. But a lot of us, man, like, think about it. When you was coming up, if you from the hood, you know what I'm talking about. If you got all A's, or you a nerd. If you spoke proper English, or you acting white. You talking white. But you young men, you young women, you have to understand, man, this world is not going to go by your rules. It's not going to follow your rules. You have to know how to act when you go out here in the real world, man. And if you don't know, you better learn quick. Know how to shut that hood mentality off. It has to cease when you're going out into the real world and you expecting access. You expecting to go to the next level. You're not going to go to the next level with that hood mentality. No one's going to do business with you. No one's going to deal with you. No one's going to promote you. And you wonder why you remain at a certain level and think that it's everyone else's fault. Yeah, like myself, for example. You know, I've had disadvantages in my life. I've had my mother absent. I've come up in the hood. I came out poor, all of that. Ate grits for dinner sometimes when I was coming up, man. We didn't have it like that. But thank God we had enough to get by. I didn't use that as an excuse to go out into the world and act a fool. The world don't care. You think they got a problem locking your black ass up? They won't think twice about it. So you young people, man, the hood mentality belongs in the hood. If you're trying to make it out the hood, or you go out here into the real world, if you're looking to go out here on your own, anytime soon, that hood mentality has to stay exactly there. You cannot take that with you. This world is a big world, man. It's a lot bigger than the hood. And the last thing you want in your life is for people to look at you sideways because you are just not fit for society, because you don't know how to act. You cannot drop the hood mentality. You don't know how to flip that switch off. So I just urge you young people, man, to really take heed to what I'm saying on that. It's something I had to learn myself. And if I didn't drop that mentality, I would have never got where I'm at right now. I would have never been in the military for as long as I have been, 14 years. I would never lasted this long if I didn't know how to drop that mentality. Because no matter how angry you are, no matter how disappointed you are at whatever happened to you coming up, your conditions or whatever the case is, man, this world, it is what it is. No one cares that much. Especially if you're a man. Forget about it. So you got to figure it out quick, learn how to act. This world does not want to hear it. But anyway, that's all I got for the video, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the chat, man. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like button if you feel so inclined. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the video, all right? Until next time, I love you guys. You guys be blessed. Take care. This your big homie, Big Mike, checking out. Peace.